Well, guys, it's been a fun run. July 29th, 2018, Raid Shadow Legends was released. September 1st, 2023, we got the news at about 2 o'clock. Notifications from, I think, 5 different content creators that all flooded my Discord notifications at the same time, which I know you guys have that happen all the time when news is released. I'm part of it as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of it today, though. I would have loved one of those little cards. They do look pretty cool. But either way, this is the day that the nail in the coffin is placed for Raid Shadow Legends. This is the day that Raid dies. Free-to-play players no longer have a chance. They never really had a chance to begin with, to be honest, but the huge pay-to-win power increase is really what everybody in the community is saying. A few months ago, I probably would have said the same thing. I probably would have been like, this is a bad turn for Raid. I don't like it, yada, yada, yada. We don't even have enough information yet. However, when Soulstones were released, there was a lot of talk about huge power gap, huge power boost being created. It's going to be another pay-to-win mechanic, and it is. It definitely is. However, there's nothing in the game, really, very limited areas, that you really need Soulstones to do. And there's nowhere in the game that you require souls and blessings to actually complete. You can complete everything without any blessings whatsoever. So Soulstones, in my opinion, add a little extra layer of fun to the game. In my opinion, I get a little bit more enjoyment out of having the Soulstones. And if you're farming it and you're selling your souls in the shop, you can get a 6-star soul after saving for about a year with smart spending. It's terrible. That is pretty bad. However, you can do it. They're not needed. They're fun to have unless you're pushing for high level arena. And if you're pushing for high level arena and you're a free to play player, well, then honestly, that's probably where you made the mistake. You decided to push for high level arena as a free to play player because you have a lot of people you just can't compete with. And having mythical champions isn't going to change that. So Soulstones, if they didn't completely change the balance of the game and completely ruin everything, I think you can rest assured that this is not going to ruin everything either. Now, I know when it's initially talked about mythical champions, it is kind of like, oh crap, this is going to be a huge power surge, and it probably will be, but I don't think it's going to ruin anything you're already having going in the game. There's a lot of different ways they could implement this and make it pretty fun. However, there's also a leak that came out, I'm going to share with you guys in just a minute, that can probably throw a wrench in some of this stuff and kind of make it seem a little bit less appealing. But look at these champions. I'm not going to read their skills yet, because it's a lot of text. I might have to like sit down before bed. It'll probably put me to sleep, honestly, reading through all these champion skills. They have several skills, and then they metamorphosize, and they have several more skills. And then they have a 7-page novel of lore over here, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you're into lore, there you go. You can set aside a few days during the week, few hours during the week, and go ahead and read through these champions. But this is an undead champion. This is an orc. They look cool. They do look cool. Raid's art team never misses. Very sick designs, but once again, we have a novel of a lore over there. So next up, we have a dwarf. We had the orc, dwarf. We have this werewolf person. I'll leave a link with all these champions here if you guys want to have it nice in a organized place. But we got a dwarf, we got a werewolf, we got a Diablo 4 Diablo Immortal character, Siegfried the Nephilim. So obviously Diablo, without a doubt, right? It does look pretty similar to Diablo Immortal, honestly, with the wings and everything. Diablo. But there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about the leaks. All right. So unfortunately, I did not get a card. I would have loved a card. I would have loved the information. But since I did not get the information, I'm going to take it from Reddit. This is the leaks that were put out. So from a reliable source, trust me, bro. Big info from the new DATAMINED. Mythical champs coming. Seems like they will have a base and alt form. So that's actually correct. And you can upgrade both of them. Skills will need new mythical tomes. There will be mythical souls as well. That's super exciting to me. Actually, I'm going to cut the sarcasm out completely. That is not exciting to me whatsoever. Mythical tomes, okay? Imagine legendary tomes, how hard they are to get. Mythical tomes, well, they're going to be more difficult, of course. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not excited for that, but it is what it is. You can pull them from primal shards, drop rare to mythical. What? Primal shards, drop rare up to mythical. Why are you going to give me a rare champion from a primal shard? But wait, there's more. To get primal shards, you need to collect 100 primal quartz. So it's kind of like the prism crystals. You have to have 80 of them or 20 of them, depending on what kind of mood player is in, to actually pull for a champion. So 20 doesn't mean you get 20 pulls. 20 means you get either one pull or a fraction of a pull. But for this, you got to collect 100 primal quartz. Now remember, this is all leaks, not reliable information, so take it with a grain of salt. But looks like primal shards will have their individual increased odds, etc. New effects for battles, ignore resistance, destroying accuracy. We don't really care about that kind of stuff. But this stuff, individual increased odds, we don't know what the rates are going to be. We don't truly know if rare champions are going to be in them. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I would really like to see Plarium add this in a way that is achievable for a lot of players. I think Infinite Magic Raid did it. And basically, you could work towards a specific mythical champion or a specific high rarity champion. And it takes a while to actually do it. You gotta sacrifice specific things. You can't go for all of them at the same time. You don't open them from a shard. You just work your way toward them. Once you get them, you're good to go. And if that was the case, I would love that. Maybe you had to farm the primal quartz, or you're gonna be purchasing this stuff, right? Like, there's no doubt in my mind that Plarium isn't gonna be selling this stuff. Like, it's Plarium, okay? It's Raid. They're gonna wanna make money. That's fine. However, I do hope that there's some fun, new, and interesting way other than, let's say it was a new clan boss, okay? It was a new clan boss over here. We go in, boom, this little great void over here, which is probably what my wallet's gonna look like if this is all expensive. Just kidding. It kind of actually discourages me from spending more, knowing that the amount of money I have to spend is so significant. But either way, the great void, it's probably gonna drop this kind of stuff, maybe. Collect it, and hopefully you can get some primal shards, primal crystals, whatever it may be. I hope they add it in a way that's going to be fun, new, and interesting, and not just, hey, you get a few shards from this once a week, but if you come over to the shop, you can get a year's worth of shards just in a pack. Now they're gonna sell. I don't doubt that they're gonna sell it. That would just be, I guess, hoping for too much there. But either way, wait, is this a good deal? I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it though. So moving on to the rest of this stuff, mythical champions are coming. There's a lot of. It seems like whenever anything big is released, I think like the community has a pretty, I guess, a disdain for Plarium, maybe is the right word. Basically, a negative outlook in the sense that anything that's released is assumed to be basically gouging and siphoning money from us as a whole goal. And yeah, that might be the case. But I don't think everything like this is the end of the world. And if you think about how much souls really change the game, I don't think there's a whole lot of negatives outside of Platinum Arena. Like, if you're a low spender competing in Platinum Arena, yeah, you're feeling the difference in souls. You're feeling kind of crappy about souls, but if you're wise and you're mindful about what souls you go for from the soul merchant, you can kind of work up to the point where you're able to have well-awakened champions. Like, I have a 6-star Rotos. I haven't spent much money on souls really whatsoever. I have spent some money, but I do have a 6-star Rotos, and I could have gotten it free to play as well. I've worked through some of the events and got a Gerda from a random soulstone, but got an R-Tac from some of the events, UDK from the events as well. So you can get the souls, and it's not really made a huge difference in the game. The reason why I'm comparing this to souls is because soulstones, when they were released, was kind of like, to a lot of players, hey, this is where I'm quitting the game. I'm done with it. It's taken a bad turn for massive whaling. And yeah, you can whale out on souls. It makes a huge power creep in your champions. But like I said, there's nowhere in the game that you can't complete with the souls. So speaking of, guys, we are recruiting my clan because we're probably going to have members quitting as well. We have 28 out of 30. If you're interested in joining the clan, let me know. Send an application. However, if you have 50,000 player power, I'm probably not going to accept it. Let's actually go ahead and change that real quick. Let's do 5 million. But either way, y'all, I just want to say that I don't think this is the end of Raid. I think Raid is still going to be in a good spot. Mythical champions could come out and be amazing, or they could come out and drop rares and you're never going to pull a mythical champion anyways. So there's really not much to worry about there. So if you're free to play, stay free to play. It's not going to change that much. You're still going to be able to enjoy the game. If you enjoyed the game before without having empowered and fully awakened champions, I'm going to say you're probably going to enjoy the game still. I do really hope that they add ways to get these champions free, make it fun, like a Ramen 2 Arbiter type thing. Not necessarily that hard, that difficult, and that level of challenge, but like put some events, make something you have to go through to actually get these champions that is more than just swiping. Even if you had to pay to maybe complete those events faster, make it something that players want to do. I mean, I do want to pull shards, but I don't want to buy them. I want to pull them. I don't want to buy them. So make it something fun. I don't care if players can get it faster by spending money, but I would like to see it as some new extra content because, yeah, working toward a champion, I mean, fusions, we do them all the time. People don't skip them because you're working towards something. You feel like you're getting something, even if it is draining your resources. I mean, that's to be expected. You can get a fusion free to play, but you gotta be mindful about which ones you go for. So maybe for this, you have to pick between one of these 5 mythical champions, pick which one you want to go for, and maybe you can only get one per year. Is that a big deal? I don't really think so. I mean, it'd make it feel more like a valuable mythical champion. However, if I guess Mythical, primal shards, they drop rare champions. I guess a rare champion, could it be mythical? Because when I first saw this, I was thinking my cold heart is now going to be a mythical cold heart. That'd be pretty sick. But I definitely don't want a mythical Harrier. Ash might, I don't know. But I'm not really interested in a mythical Harrier. But either way, I guess it's just a rare champion. So maybe you pull it, and it probably won't even be void. It'd probably be Skullsworn or something. So some champion like that, a rare affinity champion. But guys, wait, are these champions affinity? Mythical, what is their affinity? I don't even know. Just mythical. They don't have an affinity. They're not even void. They're just, I don't even know. What are they? It's a mystery to me. Okay. Oh, scroll down. Oh, wait, we got more stuff. Higher base stats, skills that cannot, wait, metamorph skills cannot have their cooldown increased or decreased. Okay, that's interesting. Skills that gain and ignore resistance bonus when upgraded via mythical tomes. Okay. Primarily available via summoning from primal shards. Primarily means there's a chance you can get them other ways. But nonetheless, guys, thank you all very much for watching. I mean, I know we can get it from primal crystals, work up to shards, possibly. I don't know, guys. This is all leaks. This is all speculation. This is all just thoughts running through my head. So with that said, hope you guys enjoy this little video. I'm probably going to be doing some shard pulls here shortly. And yeah, going for the fusion because why not, right? Might be a good champion. Hopefully going to be a good champion. I'm going to try to get him because I don't want to miss out, right? FOMO. FOMO is always a thing. I feel like a dog chasing my tail, and my tail just keeps getting shorter somehow. It's like getting chopped up every time I run around. Player releases a patch. My tail's getting shorter and shorter. I'm getting further and further from reach. And I got to just spend some money to regrow some of my tail. It's a messed up situation, guys. But yeah, 11 minutes of a rant. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.